everyone for coming today. You know, today is the 160th anniversary of the Gettysburg Address by one of our most prominent Republican presidents, Abraham Lincoln. And to start us off is going to be reciting our Gettysburg Address by one of the most prominent impersonators of Abraham Lincoln, funny man, and an amazing constitutional lover. He's not only follows the Constitution, but he preaches the Constitution. He can give you more history in his little finger than I have in my entire body. And he's a poet, an author. He's an amazing young man. Well, young is relative. So let me introduce to you our one and only impersonation of Abraham Lincoln from Mark Skorgoboe, the Freedom Poet. Sit.
Fourscore and 7 years ago, our fathers brought forth upon this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those both living and dead who struggled here so that this nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we do this, but in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here have consecrated it far beyond our poor powers to add or subtract. The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather, to be dedicated to the unfinished work which those who fought here have so nobly advanced. It is rather that we here are dedicated to the tremendous task before us, for which they gave the last full measure of devotion. Let us here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, and that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. Thank you. I've decided to spend time on the great presidents' birthdays at noon on their birthday at their statues. Means I'll be back here February 12th, no matter how the weather goes. 22nd is George Washington by tallies. Ronald Reagan on the 6th of February, and Thomas Jefferson on the 13th of April. In those evenings, we'll have some sort of event. We cannot forget these great people and the legacy they gave us, these great champions of freedom. So anyway, I can't thank you enough for coming and to linger on these words. I thought I had it. Thank you, prompter. I stumbled a bit. But anyway, I'm 78, you know. God bless y'all.
Thank you. Thank you very much.